people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim, and if you're new, welcome. So today is Monday, January the 13th. So, I haven't made a video in a couple of days because I've been in the middle of a really bad fibro flare. And this morning I woke up and I'm like feeling worse than I did yesterday, feeling worse than I did Saturday, feeling worse than I did Friday night. So I thought maybe it would be a really good idea to make a video on what this does to me, what it feels like when I'm feeling it, because I certainly am feeling it, right? So, I first off, I just took my meds. There's in my stomach, they haven't even dissolved yet. So, my medication for my flare-ups, and well, my normal medications, but anyways, I take 16 milligrams of Zofran because the nausea is excruciatingly horrible because of my pain. I took 800 milligrams of gabapentin, Neurontin, whatever. Mine's the generic form. Gosh. Um, I took 16 milligrams of, no, 8 milligrams of tizanidine. I think it's 8 milligrams. I took two of them. It's the muscle relaxer. I took 10 milligram of Percocet, which has 325 milligrams of acetaminophen, which is Tylenol. And then I took two extra strength, the 500 milligrams. So that's 1,325 milligrams of Tylenol altogether, which is a lot considering normal people can take 3,000 milligrams a day, no problem. But I have a fatty liver, so I'm supposed to keep it under 2,000. And if I take the same amount again later, we're creeping up there, right? So I try not to, I do this as little as possible. But when you're having severe pain, you got to do what you got to do, right? So my pain level is a 10 out of 10. I would rate it higher, but that's how the scale goes, right? The happy face and all the crying face, right? So I feel as bad today as if I were passing a kidney stone. Sorry, that's Mila, my dog. She's got a lot to say. Um, I have broken bones before. This is just as painful because it's my entire body. Like, for me to sit up here in bed is killing me, but I'm doing this for this video. And then, believe you me, I'm laying right back down under 4 blankets, which I need to discuss in a minute, and going back to sleep if I can. Normally, with fibromyalgia, I don't sleep at all at night, 1 hour, 2 hour, which leads to horrific mental health. It's horrible on your pain levels. It's horrible on your cognitive abilities. It's just icky, right? Also, when you're not getting sleep, and the proper sleep, you need to rejuvenate yourselves, rejuvenate your body, and it makes it easier for other issues or disease processes to happen. So there's that. Oh, and it's a beautiful thing. It makes you gain weight, right? Gain weight. So that's a science. And there's been many scientific studies on sleep processes and weight gain. So that the documentation, the data is there to support it. Um, okay. So why don't we start off with where I'm hurting? My scalp hurts. So that means my occipital neuralgia is flared up because the stress on my neck, it puts pressure on the nerves, the optic nerves. So I've got an eyeball migraine. But I'm not done. I have a regular migraine, so I have both. As you can see, like, I have light in my room, and it's killing me. That's why my eyes are so closed, okay? I mean, I can't film in the dark. I wish I could. It'd be easier, right? Um, I'm okay. I'm having, as far as my head, I'm having the fibro fog. It's hard to concentrate. I'm really trying to pull it all together for you here. Um, my throat, my voice is weird. Um, my neck and my shoulders hurt. My elbows hurt. My wrists hurt. My hips hurt. The backs of my knees hurt. I'm having Charlie horses in my calves, and I've had Charlie horses in my hips. My back hurts. So when this all happens, um, my osteoarthritis gets worse. It hurt, the tension in your muscles, so I've got it all up and down my back. I've got it everywhere, but mostly up and down my back from beating my back to death with a rucksack in the army. That's another story. Anyways, I cannot walk up and down stairs right now. It hurts too much. So I would have to, if I were to have to go out my back door, I would have to sit on my butt and pull myself down like that. That's how bad it is. My feet hurt. So when my fibromyalgia flares, everything starts to flare, right? So my IBS is flared up, and it's on the diarrhea side. So, with IBS, you either have, most people have years of one way or the other, like you're constipated or you have diarrhea. So my IBS is flared up. My interstitial cystitis is flared up. I forgot to tell you, my bladder hurts. It hurts, and I gotta wait until I can put something in my stomach, food-wise, to take the pyridine, because even though I've taken the Zofran, I'll be vomiting. It's that harsh on your stomach, but it works, so it helps. Anyways, this all started Friday night. I guess Friday, maybe Friday afternoon. That's when the rain started rolling in, and it went from cold to warm. So we went from the 30s to about 50 degrees. Huge, 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 huge temperature change, fluctuation there. And then Saturday it rained all day and all night, and it was again warm. Yesterday it was like 32, 33 degrees. Today it's cold again. I don't know what the temperature is right now. So, anyways, when one thing swings, they all swing, right? They all swing. But anyways, this is definitely what a fibromyalgia flare-up looks like. Things that it consists of. Oh, I'm very dizzy. My hair looks like crap. My skin is horrible. I don't I don't think there's one area of my body that's not affected today right now. My jaws hurt. I have TMJ. So, there's a big difference between my other videos and this video, and you can tell I'm slower. And it's not for medicine. I just woke up and the medicine's sitting in my stomach still, so it hasn't had a chance to get into my bloodstream. Um, I'm gonna go in there and I have some CBD oil I'm gonna take. I've been reading a lot about CBD oil in reference to fibromyalgia and the scientific studies that have been done, and they're finding that it does alleviate the pain and the symptoms, right? Because that's all you're treating are symptoms. there's nothing to treat right now because they don't know the etiology of it. So maybe if they can find the cause of it, what is the cause? There is promising scientific studies that show that there is a connection with the EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, and fibromyalgia. I'll make another video on that. I won't go into it, but basically almost all of us get it when we're children. And then it goes on to develop nothing. And then in some of us, we get mononucleosis. And then some of us, once that Epstein-Barr virus is activated, our bodies are screwed for the rest of our lives. So that's why diet's so important, and exercising. Anything you can do to make your body better that you can tolerate, you do. Right? But anyways, the CBD oil is having promising results on pain. So I'm gonna I have to wait till I get paid, but I've got a little bit in there and I'm gonna take some of it, but I'm going to start taking it. Also, I'm gonna make a video on my journey with moringa oil, and when I go to start it, I have to order it again when I get paid, but I'm gonna start it. And there's been a lot of people that like have RA and have all kinds of things, and it heals it. So moringa oil is very potent. I think there's a company called Pura Vida, Pura, separate word, V is in Victor, IDA, and it's moringa oil. They sell it in capsules, they sell it in powder, and they sell it in oil, with sublingual oil. So you can buy it on Amazon. It's not really that expensive, but anyways, I'm going on a journey to try that and see, because I want to heal more than just my fibromyalgia. I want all these autoimmune diseases to go away. And you know, when I was in the army, I had lupus. I had it for 10 years. And I've had the past 10 years, 15 years, it's undetectable. They can't find it. So did it just burn itself out and go away? I mean, did it get tired of living in my body? That's a joke. I don't know. So I was pretty sick with that. And then the sarcoidosis is in remission. So sarcoidosis is another autoimmune disease, and it's a granular type. Wherever it goes in your body, it forms these granules. And most people have primary pulmonary sarcoidosis. So I have it in my lungs. I have it in my oh my gosh, I have it in my submandibular glands, and I have it in my lymph nodes. So, you know, I don't know how sick you have to be for it to come out of remission. I don't know. I pray that it never does, because, you know, that it and lupus can kill you. Unlike fibromyalgia, where you just want to die from the pain, not literally die, you just want the pain to go away, but, you know, so anyways, there's that. It takes a lot of energy for me just to get out of this bed and go to my bathroom, which is right over there, and it's not far. And to go to the kitchen and get something to drink. Terrible salt. I know this is a Gatorade bottle, but it is just water in it. And I'm keeping it on my nightstand because, well, it needs refilled. But I remember the other day when I made the foods to avoid, I'm trying to get rid of sugars out of my body. That's not what's making me sick, because I would be feeling better, right? I normally drink Gatorade, because I get dehydrated very easily, but I've switched over to water. So it's not I'm not fully 100% just water yet. But I'm getting there. And that's all you can ask of yourself, right? To try again. To get up off that horse. But today's horse is staying in bed. So there's that. Oh, my neck hurts so bad. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna pull all my curtains that have the darkening. They're 100% blackout curtains. I want to turn off every light in this room. And I'm going to go to bed, back to bed, and hopefully I get some sleep. I slept not long last night. Up and down and up and down and up and down. And you know, the studies have shown that for people with fibromyalgia, your brain never shuts off. It just keeps on. It's chatty Cathy to you, right? All night long. That's what your brain does. That's a simplified way to say it, right? Your neurons just keep firing. Rapid fire. The difference between an automatic weapon and one where you just got to pull the trigger once. That's what your neurons are doing. So if you can get the rapid fire, that's what the gabapentin or the Lyrica, either one, they're cousins, is supposed to do. Is supposed to calm those nerves, right? I don't know. Can't take Lyrica. I took it once and had seizures, so I don't know how Lyrica works. I don't know if it works any better than gabapentin, to be honest with you. The muscle relaxers, listen, you know, you have muscle, you have joint, and you have nerve pain in your whole body from head to toe. And you can walk around looking as beautiful. You could be made up, looking perfect. And nobody would ever know how sick you really are, how bad you're feeling. So, anyways, with the gabapentin, the skull thought is supposed to calm the nerves, right? They're supposed to quiet them. It's supposed to calm them. Just settle them down. But, you know, does it really? Does any of this really work? Only thing, three things that I take, I know for sure work. Number one is my Zofran. Would it be better for you if you live in a state where marijuana is legal or a country where it is legal, and I wouldn't advocate smoking it because you're putting smoke in your lungs, but I would say eat gummies or food with it. Will it make you tired? Probably. And then if you're in a place where it's legal, see, I live in the beautiful state of Indiana. Conservativeville listen, I'm a conservative, but when it comes to medicine, and you've got something that you could make people better with, but you refuse to legalize even the medicinal part of it because you're conservative. Talking about the state legislature, right? All around me, we got Michigan, we got Illinois, we got Ohio. Don't know about Kentucky, but those other three states, they're legal. Can I move? No, I can't afford to move. So I wait. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I've contacted my state level senators and congressmen, you know, I'm telling my story. Maybe they need to see a video of what me trying to walk like. Maybe we all need to, from Indiana, write in. Or maybe even people from out of state need to write in and tell, you know. The one thing I can say is, if their family member, wife, sister, mother, whatever, was feeling like this, and I say female because it's like 80% females. I did just see a video where a male had it, and quite interesting. That's like the thing where for the longest time mammograms were only for women, right? I don't know why it predominantly affects women. If they could find that out, then they would know the cause. I'm sure. And maybe other countries know the cause already. Maybe other countries have a cure for it already. Wow, this is a long video. I am so sorry. I just wanted to hop on here, and I haven't made a video for a couple of days, so there's that. And I wanted you to see what I look like when I'm feeling the fibro, the full fibro effect, right? Hook, line, and sinker, it all, 100%, right? So, anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. And if you're having a bad day, all I can say is pray. Your faith is important, right? Pray. So I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay well, my friends. Bye.